Hello everyone, welcome to Card Collectanea. This is Cindy, and I am taking a little break from my Cricut challenge, just a short one probably, and I'm going to spend a few days doing scripture verse cards. And today I am going to use Cricut, but couple of cartridges that I've used before, Elegant Edges and Country Life. And I'm also using a scripture art from Dee at Dee's Bugaboo Boutique, and I'll put a link to that at the end of the video here. So I'm starting today with a 5.5 by 4.25 inch piece of craft cardstock, and so I folded it in half, and I've got it all ready for my card base. And to that I'm going to add a piece of an aqua blue, sort of the same color I'd used last time, and then I'll put that on top of there. This is 3/16 of an inch smaller, so this would be 4 1/16 and 5 5/16. And then on top of that one I'm going to add, and this is from DCWV, a piece of card stock from the Brights pack. And this is a piece of paper that, it's in a large box. I don't know what company made it. I've had the box forever, and it has a whole lot of sort of old world colors in it. That's all I can think of to describe it. This one has roses in reds, and it has some craft browns in it, and then a little bit of that bluish color, that aqua blue. So I'm going to put those together, and then I'll be back to show you what I'm going to put on the card as far as cuts from Cricut. Right, now I'm back with this color combination together, all the mattes, and I like it. I think it's very pretty. I'm going to add to that the cut that I used from Country Life, and it is found on page 60 of the manual. It's right here. And I used the flower pot, this bottom layer, then this layer, then I used the shadow as well, and then I cut the layers for the flowers. Now when you cut it, you cut the base part, that's this one right here. I cut it in green, but I didn't want a true green for my leaves and stems, so I took a chalk with a little sponge tip and chalked those stems and leaves with a little bit of an aqua from Versa Magic, and made those a little bit of an aqua color to go with my aqua in the paper that's in the mat. And then I cut to match this red that's in the paper. I cut all of the layer pieces, 1, 2, 3, there are 3 flowers here, and 3 stripes for the pot itself. Cut those in red, and so then you layer those on top of the green. The shadow that I did in craft paper, and so I hope you can see that. And so now I'm ready with those 3 layers, the shadow, the green, and the flowers themselves. And then on top of that, once you've cut this piece right here, this flower pot piece itself, the top layer, then you can layer that on top of the green, which has the stems. And so I'm going to put that together. I'll slide it up here, and then I'll put it together with my Zig 2-way pen, and then I'm going to put it on some foam tape. So I'll put it together, and then off camera I'll put it on the foam tape using Zig to put this on very quickly. Usually I work with something beneath it, but I didn't this time. And then I'm ready to just layer that over the top of the green. I think I need to pick it up here. Okay, good. That looks nice. Yeah, you just have to be sure to cover the green with the pot. I'm using a a piece of an off-white cardstock. I inked around it with some tannish color from Versamagic. And you'll see that the red stripes that match these flowers here just go on the pot itself. And so now I'm ready to put that on. I'll put it on some foam tape and I'll be right back. I'm back now with the tape added to the back of the flower pot, or I guess it's a water pitcher actually. It's being used as a flower pot. And I'm going to put that right on here, try to center it top to bottom. Now before I finish with the flowers, I wanted to add something to draw the blue into them. And so I found some gemstones, sticky gemstones. And if I can get that centered, I'm going to put one of those in each one of the flowers. And that draws the blue that's in the mat into the flowers, and just adds a little bit of glitz to them as well. Alright, those look lovely. Now I'm ready to add my sentiment, which, as I said before, is a scripture verse, and it's from Dee at Dee's Bugaboo Boutique. And this one is Philippians 1:3, and it says, "I thank God every time I remember you." And so I'm going to put this together. Again, I'll use my Zig, and I just printed this out. It's very, very easy to do. Print it out on your computer. I used an off-white paper here, which I did ink around with the same chalk that I used to ink the water pot. Okay, that looks good. That was really cute. Now, the shape of this is what I used Elegant Edges for. Once I had this sentiment cut, this Bible verse cut, I went to my Cricut, and using the center point feature, I went to my Elegant Edges and used the edge or the frame that's on page 53, and I used the oblong, it's this one right here, and the shadow. I didn't cut the little design out of it, so I used the oblong to cut the, once I had my center point lined up, I cut it so that the frame was around, evenly around the Bible verse. And then once I had that done, then I cut the shadow out of the blue so that I would have a blue shadow for my verse. Now I'm going to put this on some foam tape as well, and then I'll be ready to put it onto the card. Now I have my card ready to just have the sentiment placed on it. I've put it on some foam tape, and I'm ready to just put it next to the flowers here in the flower pot. And I think that looks good. I want the verse to be prominent, so I've put it on some foam tape as well. Oh, I like it. It looks really cute. It's got a rich look to it. I think the verse stands out, and the flowers with the little centers in them really make this all come together very well. And it's not typical, it doesn't have the white card and so on, so it's a little different, and I just really like it. I think you will like it too. And once again, you can find this Bible verse on the website at Dee's Bugaboo Boutique. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.